Hello everyone! This is the thought process behind Moonlight. One game from each member of the team going over their thought process. These are all sets from the NA League playoffs, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello! Today we will be looking at our fourth game against Duck Motif. This is losers quarters of the North American League playoffs, and I am playing Mint. I generally look at both of our comps, and the first thing I realize is Rapid is extremely good into both Mint and S-Last. It should be okay because this is a much more short-ranged favored map, so I'm not really worried. I start the game out by pinning up all the sides. I pretend to be on both sides of the maps because I want to be prepared to push, and then I wait for cooler. Now I look for my first kill, and I look for who we're fighting. I see no one hitting people, and I try to combo with him, and in the end, I get behind them. This gives a lot of space for my team because now they're pincered between me and the rest of the players. We end up getting a good push here, and I hit the gal with a very devious hit right here, which won't mean anything unless Nolan does something. And Nolan's the greatest player alive, so he hits the Mint with a 70, or hits the gal with a 70 when I hit him with a 40. The nice thing here is Shadow puts a beacon on the left, if you saw there, so we can always watch the left flank while we're pushing. I'm looking to bubble the tower as soon as we need it, but for right now we're just chilling, we're playing patient. We don't really need to do anything right now. Bubble is a very hard special to use, because it can be very devastating. I see my whole team goes down here, well, except Nolan, but like basically half my team goes down here. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use Bubble, make them choose between fighting Nolan or fighting me on tower. I kill the pro here, and I'm pulling tower away, and I almost get away if only I kill the Octobrush. All good though, because a lead to 38 on TC Urchin is extremely good. So now I'm looking to stall out their timer and stagger them as much as possible. So I immediately get behind them. This Forge does not know, so I can kill the Forge and throw a bomb at the wall. Now we are in advantage and we all have cooler. Oh, this is all looking good. Basil's getting top right control while I'm looking for the Octobrush. I'm not sure where they are. I like swim forward, squid roll back to try to bait them. Still not sure where they are. They're behind us. One of the strongest things about Mint, with cooler especially, is if you're in those scenarios where you one tap, you don't have enough time to charge flash. So instead, I opt to jump out to my teammate. Very strong, I recommend it. Now I'm looking to punish the Zipcaster, but Nolan has it, so now I'm looking to pressure the tower again. I know there's two of them alive again, so if there are only two players alive, they have very little to push me off tower. I try to do the super jump tech here. I actually messed it up. What I realized this after the set is that I should keep my bubble just to jump up there and then bubble on high ground. But I did not know that before the set, so you will not see me be doing it today. This is another reason why the Rapid matchup is so rough. The Rapid gets to sit very far away and hit me with the direct, so suddenly I'm one tap to every single one of their weapons. Very unfortunate. All good. Now I'm looking for a shark because they might have seen the beacon, and I realize the Rapid's trying to clear me right now, so they do know I'm here. I try to time it right. I do time it correctly, but I just miss, which is very unfortunate. I should be better than that, but I was not. They have all specials here, so this is very bad for us. I'm thinking about trying to get that cooler. I was thinking about either flanking or getting the cooler. I should have flanked because the cooler ends up blowing up, so now I have nothing to do. Now I realize I get this kill, and I'm like, I need to play my life and hold top left. The pro's trying to flank me, and they jump out, so I'm like, okay, we have this top left choke point on hold for our defense. Thank goodness. So now I'm like, okay, Shadow took top left, now I have the freedom to flank. I do the same thing that I did at the beginning, where I force the enemy team into a pincer. They're stuck between me and the enemy and the rest of my team. But I get completely greedy and look for the 52 gal kill. I did not need to do this. I was looking for jumps, but now we lose the angle from behind them and they have a chance to push a second time. This is extremely bad. I need to be more disciplined than that. I need to trust my team while I hold the other point. I spam 40s on the gal, but they get away, sadly. All good. Now I look for another flank again since I have cooler. I'm worried about the Rapid seeing me, and now that I'm whaled, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bait them to this corner and jump out. I react, I see the gal, dash slash, insta jump out. A lot of the time, it's really hard to react to a coolered Mint player jumping in, so I use that to my advantage, and you do the same thing to jump out. I see the super jump, so I turn around. I need to help Nolan. I'm sure Nolan could have handled it, but better safe than sorry. I don't want them to get another push off of that. I'm trying to shark up now here, because I know I have bubble, I know I can live everything. Only thing I'm really worried about is getting hit by a Rapid Blaster. It should be fine. Now we're just playing for time. Since there's only a minute left and our lead is already pretty freaking good, now our goal is to stagger them, especially the Forge player. I really don't want them to have Booyah Bomb. Outside of Cooler, Booyah Bomb is their most powerful special. They don't have a lot to deal with Bubble with that Booyah Bomb. I found a kill on the Octobrush here. Sadly, I can't kill the Gal in time. I think this was a little bit overzealous, but I have QSJ in my build so I can jump out. Sadly, I know I get flanked by 2 players here. The Forge having Cooler should have been the very clear call for me to run away, but I greed too hard, and now we're 2 down because of it. I weigh my options a bit here because a lead to 32 is a really long lead, so I'm thinking, we have enough time. I can try to go for a flank if they're not ready. I actually get a little scared here because I realized the Gal jumped in, so the Gal could have seen me while they were jumping in. Thankfully, I missed the first shot, but Rapid takes 2 shots to kill, so it was okay. I was very stressed out in the moment because, man, if they won that game after I get directed by the Rapid twice, I would have been very sad. Thankfully, I do finish the kill here, and we end up winning this game. Generally, I think the biggest weaknesses I saw for myself was that I would fight players that wanted to fight me. Specifically at the end, when I fought the Octobrush and the Forge was coolered. It wouldn't even matter if I killed him. The Octobrush wants to punish me while I'm fighting someone else. Stuff like that is the most obvious example. I need to run away from people that want to fight me and take fights that are favorable to myself. I know that seems obvious. It's hard to do in the moment. And I need to be able to do that without thinking, as my instincts.
Hello everyone, my name is Basil, and I will be going over Game 4 versus FT Win in top 8 of the NA League. Sort of just like giving my thoughts why I may have done certain plays, or just done certain things in general. At the start, it's just pretty basic stuff. I play for opening cooler usually, and I'm also playing right side with Omega. The reason why I play sort of by that right hump area instead of left side is because it's farther up the map, and I don't really need to be 3-stacking in a more defensive position, especially on this stage. I need to be playing right side with Omega because that's mainly how they get their tri-slasher in, and S-Blast also has very good angles there. I could have helped with fights on the left side because Omega went in where like I couldn't really support him. We would have lost too much ground if I'd fully committed to the play Omega was making. So I ended up playing sort of in the middle where I'm not doing everything that my teammates wanted to do. So again, kind of a misplay on my end. And I ended up jumping out here as a result because I'm kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere. Set up right side here to help out Nolan because, like, basically just indirect plus pencil shot equals a kill, where, like, I'm just trying to make it as easy for my aggros as possible for them to, like, do things. So even though I can't see anything screen here, I can still, like, find damage through screen and also paint Nolan in, where he doesn't have a painter with him right now. So that job falls onto me to give him the paint that he needs. This far right angle is a position that I talked about. They wanted me to try this position out a lot more, and I think it's definitely wrong if we play out of the map, but as you can see, Omega is doing his own play, and I'm doing my own play. Not really a mistake. If Omega is doing something, then the entire team should plan around that, and if I am doing something, I call it out and say what I want the other members of the team to do. Again, I end up doing nothing here. We kind of go in without specials as well. Like, we didn't really have anything online. we need to make sure we have cooler for running in versus the comp like this. A comp that just likes to sit back in base that they have and kind of like punish our team for overextending. So just playing this right side here, looking to get any damage that I can. Fortunately, we do go down here, but I opt to hold this angle here because I realize like we cannot let a Tri-Slosher or an S-Blast get over here, because if they get over here, that feels like a whole other level of lockout that we have to get through. Right now, it's pretty bad since we had Nolan and Shadow go down early. So we would lose left side. We also lose the area under basket, and I am here to prevent them from taking this area as well. So that way we can focus our resources on the left side of the map and right under our basket instead of having to deal with all three areas. So actually pretty good that I didn't jump out here. And it seems like I'm doing nothing. Like, yeah, they're scoring. But if they had fully kicked me out, I think they would have scored way more clams on this push than they did. And I'm still kind of just baiting for my team there. Shadow follows up with the kill that I stayed there. Sam was able to get pins from 2 angles. So I think that was very good of me to do so. We're up in mid, we have clams, we have double hammer. We're probably looking to go in here. We do get 2 down. Get the kill on kill. Also, I got a clam up there. Get set up on this left side, looking to help him out. Just so I moved left here to help Omega out so they couldn't drop on him immediately, because I knew like Omega was in such a power position and I had to make sure he lives in order for this push to continue. He ends up getting out of that situation alive and scoring a clam. Absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, I whiffed all my shots there, but it really doesn't matter. We get the kill anyway because no one bailed me out. And then now I just opt to score in my clams. Because like, I did that because we still had position. We still had left side of the map at that point, and we had right side with no one being there. So I figured we had enough angles and enough people up that I could do a play like that. Kill Hexen since no one was watching left side. Now I rotate right since one of my teammates just respawned and took left side away from me. Which is exactly what you want to be doing. Like, if you see an important position that's not being watched and you have the opportunity to be there, I would absolutely do so until the right person comes back and takes that position, and then you go and where you're actually supposed to go. It only becomes a problem if the teammate that you covered goes to where you were supposed to be and you two get mixed. But again, this issue gets fixed by just communicating with each other on what each of you are supposed to be doing, and also trusting your teammates as a result of that. Clear is fine. I have to jump out and sort of like bait the crab a little bit. Crab does get into a crab position, but I'm here left to try and pick them out again. We're a little bit split right now, so I opt to play for defense since we just kind of went down one by one. Lucky. We're kind of panicking again, and my position is a little bit suspect right now. I should be playing our right side where I have better angles. Try and take under this right side as fast as possible, and then push them out that way. And in this position here, I can also watch the left side of the map, so no one else has to do that. We should all just be focusing right side right now. It also would help if I hit a couple shots too. Like, I don't know why I look left there either. Like, no one there. I needed to keep my focus on front. I'm hitting a lot of people once, but there just wasn't really a lot of follow-up. But to be honest, I probably should have hit them twice. Right now I'm just looking to get map control because we have none of it. I need to do a better job of painting when like my aggro's in. Dropping cooler down here and dying to the bomb was really unlucky. Should have just blew it on our plat instead. That way I didn't have to drop into danger. But thankfully here Omega gets a good flank and we're all able to jump to him. That's the only reason this play worked. And I quickly noticed the clam pile, jump to Nolan, and score the clam to get the lead. Nolan also gets a clutch kill here on Kyo, and then Bria bombs immediately after, so he has a bunch of HP. Stalled out the time, just long enough for me to jump to him. So overall, just very good play from my team. It was looking a bit scary there. Anyway, I'm back right side to get Nolan back in. Quickly kill Sam. My aggros are both in and mid right now, and then I look to cover left side. Kind of flip my camera around, I opt to rotate to help Shadow. In case he called that there was a crab over here. Nolan comes in from another angle while the crab is distracted, and he goes down. Exactly what we want. Going into overtime, I do have cooler, which is optimal. I sit on plat pretty defensively here. I probably should have dropped it in the trench so that it could be easier for my teammates to grab. I believe that was entirely nerves at the point. They screened here, so I knew they were going to try and go in. I just looked at where the power clan was and was able to get a good kill because I knew where he was, so I could track him pretty easily there. Notice Kyo, click onto him. Shadow comes in that way, they opt to get a crab, I shut him down, dive in for the final kill. And yeah, mostly well played. The beginning was a bit scary for all of us because we didn't really have our ground yet, but once we played it in our pairs and were able to blast on them from multiple angles, I think we did a very good job with that game. And that is all for me. Bye-bye.
This is game 1 versus Fofofo. This game was pretty important for me, just because it kind of set the tone for the rest of the set. Being we swapped to our pen mini comp, and I hadn't played mini almost all day here, especially with the carbon, so it kind of set the tone for the rest of this set. Gonna paint a little bit of mid, painting all the right zones so they can't shark up on me. Just chucking a hammer. It gets one from top mid. It didn't need to, just because I need to keep the space for myself. Make sure they can't swim up through the small spots of ink. Painting through top mid as well. I see the hammer going around, so I know I can go around as well. Unfortunately, I die. Should have been more aware of the pro being there, but I got a little tunnel done zone. 2v2. Rushing Basil, and I absolutely whiff. I am so scared. I'm so scared. Because that is not the way I want to be setting the tone for this game. He gets another one as well. So now, I'm in panic mode. I'm like, is mini the right choice? Am I warmed up enough? But the rest of this game I played really well. So I was happy about it. Pop hammer for the retake. I don't want to get caught out by a shark. So I throw it at the two guys on left. There's usually people sharking on that pillow. The best spot to paint is right zone, since I can be pretty safe while painting. I see the guy back right. I don't want to push him necessarily, but my team does well in left zone. Paint all of his space on right. I have hammer here, just a threat to the cherry. I think I should have held that one a bit more. Kind of used it a little too early. I could have helped the fight on right side. Should have painted a little bit farther forward on the pillow there, just to help him again his fight, but I had the opportunity to go for a kill. I got out and lived that fight where 3 people were attacking me, which is fantastic because now I'm here with Basil, getting zone, and with the hammer, Combo with the Booyah Bomb, they all die. Boom. Ben's looking at someone else. Quick triple. Simple plays, but they really set the tone. Just painting out the guys on front. Don't need to engage too hard because we have 20 seconds left. I just need to paint. I'm close to hammer as well, so I'm going to rotate top mid. I can't really stop the hammer in left zone, but I know I can hold the right zone, and they can't out-paint me because I'm a mini. Throw my hammer just for extra help in the fight, and that was it. It was a pretty quick game, but it really sort of started the momentum for us being able to win this set and take second place.
Hi, my name is SSNolan, and I play S-Blast at 96 Gal for Moonlight. And today I'll be going over some of my thought process in this game versus FT Win. So starting off every match, we usually call in the beginning of the game who is going where, which side. So I believe it was me and Basil. We're going to take this left stack, and Omega and Shadow we're going to go right side. So we want to do a 2-2 split at the start so I don't overlap or leave Basil alone, and I don't leave myself vulnerable with another front. And I opt to take this left stack here since it gives me a pretty good vantage point and I'm able to see where a lot of the other team is going off the start. It allows me to throw my burst bombs, to chip from my teammates. It gives me a better sight line to see whether an opponent will make a mistake and go too fast at the start of the game. I have an easy way to retreat on this stack and follow up with my teammates if they decide to take a fight. Just doing that here, just throwing some burst bombs. Really just waiting while building my special. I could have gotten that pick there, but unlucky. I shouldn't have dropped down underneath here because now my sight line that I had before, the whole reason I went to this side, is completely gone. It was in a bit of a panic, and I'm also further away from the cooler, which is something I should have waited for, and I knew Shadow was going to have on the right side. So this was just a mistake on my part. Once I get the rain and we have 2 down, I automatically know that they're going to be going for the easiest checkpoint just to try and break it. So I'll just try and fight this rain here. Basil gets a shot. And after this, I don't have to worry about Basil on the right side. She could handle herself fairly easily, and if she ever needed help, I was able to drop down after the rain gets popped, throw some chip. I'm more worried about this left stack here, making sure nobody gets through or on top, since it would pretty much block any way of me getting through. I'm just waiting to see. Throw a Booyah just to get some extra height. Really clear here. I did not know the wiper was there, so that just sucks. And when I'm jumping in, I jump in closer to Shadow, near the rain. So it's quicker, and also it gets me this, even though it's very brief, overview of the top of the map to see where people would be. Wait for cooler. And I have to take this right stack since I know Omega was going to fight it. He dies, so I have to chill a little bit. Hit a nice shot. And once we get 2, even though I think they were cooler, still need to try and take space decently quickly without putting my life too far in the line. So just looking for people, pushing them away. They're all cleared. So I go to try and clear the stack. Miss my shots, but that happens. And now we want to take this left side since we know they're going to be respawning pretty quickly and they're just going to be throwing their lives away since they have a lot of QR in this team. We want to take it further away from their spawn so they have less time to get back and immediately take a fight with us, since they want to be fighting a lot of the time and we really don't want to. Just waiting for my team for rain. I don't have to fight too far up ahead, and I don't want to because I can't paint for myself as well. Hit a nice shot here. I did not mean to fall, so this works. So I know my whole team is on the left side, so it would either be me or Omega taking a wide angle to try and pull some attention away from the rest of the other team, just to split their attention, make it easier for Basil to hit some shots or for Omega to get a cheeky kill. And here I should have been looking on the bottom right since I knew they'd be coming off respawn. But panic and tunnel vision in the moment led me to focusing on a guy that already had 3 people on him. Yeah, I should not be turning around this much. I should be looking ahead since I'm the only front this far ahead. Omega does my job and takes the right side from me. Goat. And I should have just either completely backed out or not used my Booyah here. This is a panic. Waste of a special. Could have used this to help repop. Could have been 3 up to try and keep the momentum going, but... And it's the same idea. I know Omega and Shadow are on the right side, fighting that way, so I'm gonna go here to the left with Basil. Even though she doesn't need my help. And just kind of throwing some damage out. Not trying to be overly aggressive, because dying here would be pretty bad. Find a nice pick and just living. Trying to heal the damage off. I should have gotten cooler sooner. Getting Trice here is kind of nice. I'm just playing really patient because we really don't need to fight too hard. Because again, this team really wants to fight, and we don't want to as much. We're better at punishing their approaches. So, just throwing a lot of burst bombs, or waiting to see or hear a call from my team to fight aside. Or trying to bait my life into getting someone to overstep. And I ignored the guy behind this time, which is the right move since I already knew Omega and Basil were on it. But this is where I make the mistake of what I just said not to do, where I go too far ahead without needing to, and I die for it. Not good, but it's alright. And now at this point we're just stalling the rain, since it's less than half the time left on the match. And it's a really annoying spot for them to take it out of, but for the same reason I said at the start, which is, since we're respawning on this side, it's a lot harder to get this check when we're just constantly getting back up. Or if they get a full wipe, that'd be when they would be able to do it. Otherwise, this check is really hard to take. Just playing really patient here. We don't need to fight too hard. Omega, Goat, stalling the rain. And this is a really bad spot for me to be in. I need to just go grab the cooler. I try and take a shot since I thought I had the angle or the time, but I completely messed it up. So I just back up. Just trying to help clear this. And the shadow grabs. I mean, this is Greeta's burned almost a minute and a half off the clock. And I know Basil's watching the left side, so I'm going to take this right, since I knew there was a call for a dapple, and we wanted to clear his beacon. Just in a really good position to get some picks. They're overstepping, which they were. And I hear still, same thing. Even though I could totally push that. Better for me to just live here and Basil vax for me. Another panic Booyah, but this one ends up working out. And now we're just waiting. 3 down. I'm like, okay, I know the bucket's alive somewhere. Probably gonna go on the left, I assume. I'm just waiting to hear either a noise from them or to see them and just trying to take a fight. So I see the bomb, so I know they're there. All the way away, don't have to worry. And just panning up. Trying to just slow them down even a little bit. I should totally be going for this cooler. I have no idea why I'm not. And then I drop here, which was an accident, but again, same thing I said before. I should have just been playing even more patient than I was. So now this is bad since we're 3 down. Really need to play extra patient here. They use missile pretty early. So now I see they're going to try and go right side. So I'm just trying to help Omega a little bit. Can't reach him. All good. Just playing my life. So I'm really close to Booyah. And Booyah is a great tool to, especially in the overtime Rainmaker, if they need to get check. Could just hold it on the check, throw it at the check when they're trying to get it. Either pick them off or push them away, burn their timer. Find a nice kill here. And it's just patience. Don't need to throw my life away. I use Booyah here for the same thing I was just saying, where to try and pick the Rainmaker off, although I panic a little bit and use it pretty early. I could have waited since they're all up and the Wiper's here, so this could have been really bad. Try to do two things here where I'm trying to pick the Rain off, but also push this Dapple and Wiper off. I should have either picked one or the other, but I end up trying to do both, which just doesn't work. But the Rain does fall, which burns a lot of time, and I find another kill here. And these burst bombs are not doing too much damage, but it's insanely annoying. Painting their feet and stopping them from moving forward. Live this Dapple. And now here I think they're just going to run it because they have 10 seconds. I should have still just waited or gone around the right side to the cooler to fight the Rain, but I drop off here. Doesn't matter though, Basil hits the shot. Pretty great game from us all around. Yeah, got us to win.